It's 2 a.m. You're lying in bed, eyes wide open, mind racing at 100 miles per hour. Why did I say that during the meeting? What if I mess up tomorrow's presentation? Why can't I just let things go? Your brain feels like a browser with 47 tabs open, all playing different videos at max volume. You've tried everything, scrolling TikTok, deep breathing apps, counting backwards from 100. Nothing works. In fact, the harder you try not to think, the louder your thoughts become. Here's the truth, 67% of people worldwide struggle with chronic overthinking. If you're watching this right now, chances are you're one of them, and I get it because I was too. But here's the good news, what if I told you that you could silence that mental noise in just 5 minutes? No medication. No expensive therapy sessions. Just science-backed psychology techniques that actually work. I'm about to share 5 neuropsychology methods used by mental health professionals that can stop your overthinking spiral in its tracks. And the best part? You can use them right now, wherever you are. Quick question before we start, drop a comment below, on a scale of 1 to 10, how much does overthinking control your life? Let's see if we're on the same page here. First, let's understand what's actually happening in your brain when you overthink. Psychologists call it rumination, and it's basically your brain stuck on repeat mode. Think of it like a song you can't get out of your head, except instead of a catchy melody, it's your worst fears and past mistakes playing on an endless loop. Here's what makes it dangerous. Your amygdala, the fear center, goes into overdrive, cortisol floods your system, your prefrontal cortex, the rational thinking part, gets overwhelmed, you lose the ability to think clearly or make decisions, and the cycle intensifies. And this isn't just uncomfortable, it's genuinely harmful. Research from the University of Michigan shows that chronic overthinkers are 4 times more likely to develop anxiety disorders, 3 times more likely to suffer from insomnia, and twice as likely to experience depression. But here's the kicker, overthinking isn't a personality flaw. It's a learned habit, and just like any habit, it can be unlearned. Imagine if instead of your brain sabotaging you at 2 a.m., it could become your strongest ally. That's exactly what we're about to do. Today, I'm giving you the 5-minute mental reset, 5 neuroscience-based techniques that interrupt overthinking at the source. These aren't just random tips I found online. These are evidence-based strategies used by cognitive behavioral therapists, backed by peer-reviewed research from institutions like Stanford and Harvard. What makes these different? They work in 5 minutes or less, require no special equipment, you can use them anywhere, in bed, at work, in a coffee shop, and they're designed to rewire your thought patterns over time. Each technique targets a different part of the overthinking loop, so you'll walk away with a complete mental toolkit. Let's jump into technique number 1, and this one's a game changer. Technique 1, Brain Dump. The brain dump is your way to empty your mental hard drive. Your brain is like a computer with too many programs running at once, it slows down, it freezes, it crashes. The brain dump is like hitting save and closing all those tabs. Here's how you do it, grab anything to write on, a notebook, phone notes app, napkin. Set a timer for exactly 5 minutes, write down every thought in your head with no filter, no judgment, no editing. Let it all spill out, worries, to-do lists, random thoughts, everything. When the timer goes off, close the notebook or app and walk away. Why does this work scientifically? Dr. James Pennebaker from UT Austin discovered that expressive writing reduces activity in the amygdala, your brain's panic button, by up to 30%. When thoughts stay in your head, they gain power. When you externalize them, you gain control. Meet Priya from Mumbai, a software developer who couldn't sleep because her mind kept replaying a bug in her code. One night, she tried brain dumping. She wrote, "The bug might break the app. My boss might be disappointed. I might get fired. I might never find another job." Reading it back, she laughed. The actual problem? A simple syntax error she could fix in 10 minutes. Her brain had turned a molehill into Mount Everest. That night, she slept for 8 hours straight. Tonight, before bed, do a 5-minute brain dump, you'll feel 10 pounds lighter mentally. Drop a comment if you try this, I want to hear your results. Technique 2, the 4-7-8 breathing technique, your body's emergency stop button. When you overthink, your sympathetic nervous system goes haywire, heart racing, shallow breathing, muscles tense. You're in full fight or flight mode over something that hasn't even happened yet. This breathing technique, developed by Dr. Andrew Weil, is like hitting the emergency brake on that stress response. Here's how to do it: breathe in through your nose for 4 seconds, hold for 7 seconds, breathe out through your mouth for 8 seconds, repeat at least 4 times. What happens in your body? Oxygen levels balance out, heart rate slows by 10 to 15 beats per minute, cortisol drops, your parasympathetic nervous system activates, and your prefrontal cortex comes back online. It's basically a biological override switch for anxiety. Marcus, a teacher from Sao Paulo, used to panic before parent-teacher conferences. His mind would spiral: what if they complain? What if I don't have answers? He started doing 4-7-8 breathing in his car for 5 minutes before each meeting. Within 2 weeks, his pre-meeting anxiety dropped by 70% because his body learned it was safe, there was no real threat. Right now, as you're watching this, try 1 round of 4-7-8 breathing with me. Notice how different your body feels. That's the power of breath control. Bonus tip: combine this with box breathing, used by Navy SEALs, 4 seconds in, 4 hold, 4 out, 4 hold, repeat until your mind clears. Technique 3, thought streaming visualization, watch your thoughts like Netflix. What if you didn't have to fight your thoughts? What if you could just observe them? Based on mindfulness psychology and acceptance and commitment therapy, ACT, the idea is simple: you are not your thoughts, you are the observer. Close your eyes, imagine sitting by a river, each thought that comes is a leaf floating by, don't grab the leaf or push it away, just watch it drift past. New thought? New leaf. Do this for 3 to 5 minutes. Neuroscience shows that observing thoughts without judgment activates your brain's default mode network, the same system triggered during meditation, creating psychological distance between you and your worries. Yuki from Tokyo struggled with social anxiety. Every interaction would replay in her head: did I sound stupid? Do they hate me now? She started practicing thought streaming. Instead of fighting these thoughts, she'd visualize them as leaves floating past. After 30 days, she noticed the thoughts still appeared but no longer controlled her. She could acknowledge them and move on. Let's do 60 seconds together right now. Advanced version: imagine each worry as a cloud drifting across a clear blue sky. Same principle, different visual. Technique 4, cognitive reframing, the Socratic method. Most of what you overthink about will never happen. Research shows 85% of worries never actually occur, and of the 15% that do happen, 79% of people handle them better than expected. Your brain is lying to you. It's time to cross-examine it. Ask yourself 5 Socratic questions. Is this thought based on facts or feelings? What's the actual evidence? What's the worst realistic outcome? How likely is it? If it did happen, could I handle it? Cognitive behavioral therapy shows that challenging distorted thoughts creates new neural pathways, training your brain to default to logic instead of panic. David from London was terrified of being laid off. His thoughts spiral: if I lose my job, I'll lose my apartment, then I'll be homeless, then my life is over. He applied the Socratic method: evidence. Actually performing well, positive feedback received, worst realistic outcome? Maybe fewer hours temporarily, likelihood? 10-15%, could he handle it? Yes, savings, skills, network. Catastrophe invented by the brain? 0.001% probability. Reality? Manageable. Your turn. Think of one worry plaguing you now and run it through these 5 questions. Write down your answers, the worry deflates fast. Use the ABC model from Albert Ellis: activating event, belief, consequence. Change your belief, and your emotion changes automatically. Technique 5, Pattern Interrupt, Physical Reset, the 5-minute action blast. Your body and mind are in constant conversation. When your mind is stuck, your body can break the deadlock. Physical movement redirects blood flow from your limbic system to the motor cortex, disrupting rumination loops. Quick action interrupts include cleaning a small area, doing jumping jacks, push-ups, a plank, a 5-minute sensory walk, naming things you see, hear, feel, smell, taste, or creative activities like doodling or writing freely. Stanford research shows 5 minutes of deliberate activity reduces anxiety up to 25% and increases focus 40%. Amara from Lagos was stuck in analysis paralysis about a business decision. Cleaning her kitchen for 10 minutes cleared her mind, and the answer appeared obvious. Bonus: a daily anti-overthinking system, morning routine, 2 minutes brain dump, 3 minutes 4-7-8 breathing or meditation, 5 minutes gratitude journaling. Evening wind down, 5 minutes thought streaming, 5 minutes cognitive reframing, no screens 30 minutes before bed. Environmental hacks: 15-minute worry window, limit social media, turn off notifications. Recap: brain dump, 4-7-8 breathing, thought streaming, cognitive reframing, action blast. Homework: try one technique tonight, then comment how it worked. Like, subscribe, share. Remember, overthinking isn't your identity, it's a habit your brain learned, and today you started unlearning it. Your mind doesn't have to be your enemy, it can be your greatest asset, calm, clear, and under your control. Take a deep breath. You've got this.